This is Joe's Corner 76. We will be discussing the human condition. In order to change it, we have to be involved. Canada, where did you go? The Canada I knew is gone. Free speech was exactly that. We could share our opinions freely, and those who disagreed with us accepted our right to have a different opinion, and we got along. There was no violence involved. We now seem to have a more polarized society. If you don't accept the opinion of pressure groups and have a different opinion, you're labeled a fascist, a racist, a misogynist, or worse. We see protests that are using violence to get their viewpoint across. They block public access to the streets, and hate is being preached. These groups are terrorizing our fellow Canadians. Our governments are not cracking down on these groups. It's a sad commentary when the silent majority who oppose these actions don't speak up. People immigrated here in the past to get away from the troubles in the country. They left them behind, well remembering their culture. People who now immigrate here to escape their troubles should return to their homes if they're not leaving them behind. As it now stands, we seem to be turning into a nation of tribes. Where is that national unity gone? We won't survive as a nation unless we revive this feeling. People don't feel safe in this country. We used to feel safe in our neighborhoods. Not anymore. Violent crime seems to be everywhere. The catch and release policies of the government only increases the violence. Why does the government promote policies to go easier on certain groups? Because of their racial backgrounds. This policy doesn't apply to everyone. Isn't it about time to put victims first? We once taught our children our history. Now, woke and the left revisionists want to rewrite our history to suit their idea of what it should be. They paint us as racist, colonizers, and member of a patriarchy, and colonial oppressors. We've made mistakes in the past, and we should outline both the good and bad, not destroy our past. It's really interesting that these people don't go and live in their ideal socialist states instead of living in this oppressive society. Have you noticed that politicians, many of them, no longer have a sense of honor and will do almost anything to stay in power? In the past, if a politician was caught in a scandal, they would resign their position. Public servants at one time, they regarded themselves as servants of the people and not the politicians. It now seems they think, we're here to serve them. They are paid more than people in the private sector with much better benefits. They feel they're entitled to them. They are the only sector that keeps growing faster than the private sector. We aren't really getting improved services, only more expense. This needs to be reduced. Have you noticed the government is gradually trying to take away your freedom of expression? They want to and are introducing legislation to control what we can see and express on social media. The government favors certain media that spouts their propaganda. They want to give civil servants the right to decide what is a hate crime. We already have laws outlining what a hate crime is. Speak up and state you will fight for the freedom to express your opinion. Don't let freedom gradually slip away. Diversity, equity, and inclusion. DEI seems like a great idea if it is applied equally to everyone. DEI now seems to be, in many cases, It means didn't earn it. Look at many government and academic jobs posting. These jobs descriptions specifically indicate whites need not apply. Industry jumped on this bandwagon too, but they're beginning to resist. All jobs should be open, and the best candidate should be chosen, regardless of their background. We need a government that supports private industry with real action, not verbose grand promises. Get pipelines built now from coast to coast. Get liquefied natural gas plants built at record speed. This government needs, I absolutely state, need to get rid of the Trudeau blocks on energy development. So far, the government has not dropped Bill 69 that basically kills major projects, and Bill 48 that prevents tankers being used on the West Coast. We need to stop importing dirty oil from dictatorships. Isn't it odd that the government could use Emergency Measures Acts to crush the truckers when the police could have handled it? Yet, they can't use it for a national crisis. We are fighting for our national survival and using the act in the national interest to get our economy going. I think it's about time that all government realize this. You know, governments don't realize that it's our money, not theirs. They have a duty to spend it wisely on things we really need. They should not keep starting programs that they don't have the money to fund. Increased taxes are not the solution. Immigration needs to be gradually reduced. Only allowing the numbers of people we can integrate into society and social and housing programs. We need to deport those whose visas have expired and return all illegal immigrants to their country of origin. It's time that we clarify all of these different sexual orientations. State clearly there are only two biological sexes, but that everyone can live their life without discrimination. We should not be forced to call anyone by any name, but rather we can call people something if they request it out of respect. We need to clearly state that young children are not to be indoctrinated in any way. Puberty blockers and surgery should be illegal for anyone under 18. Keep separate prisons for male and female, and separate washrooms and lockers. We need a strong military to protect us. The military need to develop a warrior culture, not become a woke social agency. The most important things Canadians can do for themselves is to accept responsibility for their own actions instead of the victim mentality that pervades our society. Canadians, get back the country we had. You can follow me on Facebook, X, and Twitter at Joe's Corner 76. You can hear me on Spotify, YouTube, and Apple at Joe's Corner 76. If you like this podcast, tell your friends and subscribe to my YouTube channel at Joe's Corner 76.